One of the more common questions that I get from individuals who've been betrayed is why won't my partner engage in the recovery process? I'm trying to get help. I'm reading books. I'm doing all these things, but it doesn't matter what I say or what I do. My partner isn't engaging. They're not going to therapy. They're not attending a 12-step group. They're not, well, they won't do anything. It's like I'm doing the work and they won't do anything. So what should I do? That's a very important question. And so I will hope to address a few ideas that may help you get engaged, get him or her engaged in this process. First and foremost, it always starts with you. And what I mean by that is you can do all the work, but you can't do their work for them. They're going to have to choose that to engage in that area on their own. Now, are there ways that you can motivate them? Well, sure, you can try that, but more often than not, what you've probably been trying isn't working. For example, you can buy them a book. You can set up a therapy appointment for them. You can encourage them to go to a 12-step group. You can even find the 12-step group for them. The question is what's driving them? Do they see, and these are questions I invite you to think through, do they see what they've done as a problem? If so, why are they choosing to approach it the way that they are? Do they just think, oh, I can get over this on my own? Or are they embarrassed and afraid to reach out and get help and attend a 12-step group? That often is the shame that they experience. And they're like, I don't want others to see me and know that I have this problem. And so many times people will hold back. But what about reading a book? Would they read a book? Would they watch an online course? Would they reach out for help? Probably not on their own, but why not? That's one of the core questions we have to ask. What is preventing them from doing so? So what would happen if you actually asked them that question? If you were to say, hey, I'm reading books, I'm doing these things because I'm hurt. And if you can't tell, I'm pulling back and I'm crying at night and I'm doing all these things because I don't know how to respond. I can't just get over it. It's been hard for me. It would help me if you would engage in a process so I knew that you were making changes to prevent yourself from doing those behaviors again. So my question to you is, what's preventing you from doing those things? If you want the relationship, I need to know that this matters to you as well. So my question is what are you going to do in your recovery journey? I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to heal. And so what I'm asking you, now I'm talking back at you, the person who is trying to get your partner engaged. What I'm asking you to do is to ask these types of questions, but be prepared. Think in advance. What am I really trying to get my partner to understand? Not to get them to do, but to understand. You can't make them do anything, but you can help them understand what's happening to you. The stronger you are, the more aware you are of your personal expectations, your personal boundaries. We don't want to force our partner to do anything. We want them to choose, to make choice and change. I choose to be engaged in the recovery process. I choose to change these behaviors. That's a critical part of their journey. So if you're going to succeed in this relationship and how to communicate, I also invite you to think about how you're asking them to change. Sometimes our tone of voice, yelling, put downs, criticism, I'm doing all the work and you're right. What happens there is you're speaking more to your hurt, but it's coming out as anger. But what would happen if you actually were communicating from that place of hurt? I am really hurting. I'm learning. I'm attending these courses. I'm trying to get help. I am not sure I see you engaging in this process, and it hurts me to do that. I don't know how to have a deeper, closer connection because right now I don't feel safe enough engaging in this relationship with you. I want to, but right now, I don't know if you're committed to your journey of recovery and stopping these behaviors. So my question is how engaged do you want to be? And what kind of a relationship do you want to have with me? These are the types of questions. Again, it's a different way of communicating. You're communicating more of your questions. You're hurt. I'm scared. I'm afraid. Rather than the anger or the frustration that I often see my clients exhibiting because they're trying to beg their partner, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. When in reality, the most effective is to speak more to your hurt and your pain. If you really want them to engage, do some preliminary thought through processes that will help you communicate how to help them get engaged in this process. So if your partner's struggling to get engaged in the process and you're not sure why, be curious, ask questions, try to get them to open up, let them see your hurt, your pain. While that may sound vulnerable, it's also a way for them to see really what has happened because of their behaviors. All right. I hope this is helpful to you as you consider how to get that partner engaged in the process. I think it's going to be most effective by your communication that in essence is saying, I need help because I'm hurting. All right, thank you very much.